Well, hello. What's up, my design dude and dudettes? It's me, John, your stay at home designer. And today we're going to be going over how to create a really simple neon text effect in Inkscape. So let's get started. Now, for any of you who don't really know, Inkscape is an amazing platform. It's completely free. There's some other platforms out there for graphic design that do tend to cost a lot. It's very cost prohibitive for some people. And what's the best about Inkscape, I'll link it up in the description below if you do want to download it, is it's totally free. It's available on Mac, Windows, Linux platforms, and what I like about the newer versions, they tend to be very stable. I've had very low issues whenever I'm doing work on these, and if I'm just messing around or playing. And in my opinion, I think these new updates and everything that's here has made them quite honestly just as powerful as some other competitive products that I've seen that you have to pay for. So without further ado, let's get into this here. All right, so let's start by putting up some text. All right, let's say, I don't know, love neon. Huh? That works. Let's try it. And to top it off, though, let's find a cool font. I got a few that I downloaded. I think, yeah, let's try the other one. Let's see what this one's all about. Sans one. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. All right, so to top it off, we'll go to my selection tool now. And what I can do from here, I'm going to hit Shift and Control. And I'm going to grab one of these little arrows here. Usually the corner ones I'd say is best. And as we do that, you'll see I can size this up. There's another way you can do it by basically adjusting the font sizing, which I believe is here. Yeah. And that'll move it, but if you want a little fine tuning, the easy way is select and transform. Okay, so let's, I don't know, size it up just a smidge more, and then I'll bring this down. And we're going to do a few things. We're going to make a couple copies. Let's say I want probably about 4 of these, so I can do this a couple ways. If I double click on them, if I right click on my mouse, if you 2-finger tap with your Mac, it'll pull up these options. You can duplicate. And then you'll also notice there, you can also hit Control D on your keyboard to add a duplicate. So there I should have 3. I'm going to do Control D now to add a third in just a second. Let me adjust these. Okay, Control D. And you saw that little blink, we should have our third one. Now another interesting thing, you'll see I kind of don't have these aligned very well. Another pro tip I'm a big fan of, if you grab the element you just did, you hit Control, you'll notice this will stay kind of locked to the vertical grid that I'm working with. If I move it sideways, it also actually stays locked there unless you make a drastic move. Alright, and what we can do now is let's align and distribute these. I just want them to be kind of more, just a little more, I guess, centered up. And we'll select relative to page for now. And I will just center these on the vertical page axis. And then the other thing I want to do, let's distribute these equidistantly for now. Great. Perfect. So next step, we are going to let me just spread these just a smidge more. But we're now going to let's add a little color here, And for this one, we will want to probably select a more like bright color. Maybe something like in these blues, or I'm a big fan usually of the teals. Yeah, these are pretty good. So as an example, let's go up here. Let's make that. Let's fill this to that teal color. We'll come to this next one, and we can make it the next one over. There we go. It's just a little bit lighter. We can go here, we'll go 3 over now. And that one's even just a smidge lighter there. And you know what? Let's add one more just for fun. So I'll hit Control D. I'll hit Control, slide this up, and let's make this one a little bit more lighter. We'll slide over 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. Alright, so as I zoom out, you'll see each of these. We now want to add stroke, or basically like an outline. And the way to do that is the easiest way is not via this fill and stroke menu, but we'll eventually have to get over to it anyways. So I'm going to open this up. But you'll see right here the stroke paint is not there. And if I hit stroke paint now, it does add one. It's not quite the color we want because we actually want to match up to the exact same color. So the easiest way I can do this is by going down here. You'll see it say the stroke color in the lower left is black. But if I actually go over here, and do you see where it says, just a little near my mouse towards the bottom, it says Shift plus click will set the stroke. So if I actually hit Shift and the color I want that I initially had done, it now adds that outline. And you see how that just changed? So really neat there. I'm going to do the same thing for this second one. I'll go one more over. Shift plus click, bam. Now for this one, let me show you the other way to do it. So if we go into our menu, we add the stroke paint. And then going back to my fill, I have a very unique color. And the easiest way is just by going off the RGBA, I think hex value here on this one. We'll Control, copy, go back to stroke paint. Let's put that same code in here. And that's really the quickest way to adjust that. And you'll see how that adjusted here. Next, let's do the same thing. I'll copy, and then I'll bring this over. And then if I hit Control V, it pastes it there. One last way to do this, if you want to, you can match up the R value at 128, the G at 255, B value 230. And going over to stroke, you'll notice these are actually matched up now too. But if it was off, you know, at like that color, we'd want to match this up to 128 and 255 here. 128, 255. All right, so feeling good about that? Bam. All right, so next is going to be with each of these, we want to increase the stroke spacing, okay? And if I go one over from my stroke paint area, stroke style, this allows us to really change up a lot of the features in here. The primary one is going to be the width. Let's move that to pixels. It just will be easier in this particular instance. Good pixel one for our first one is going to be huge. Let's make it like 22 pixels big, and you'll notice it just got insane over here. All right, let's go up the next one. Pixels, okay. We were at 22. Let's make this next one a little bit less. 17, 16, anything like that. You'll see it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, let's do 16 actually. Yeah, that's better. All right. Next one, let's go smaller. Let's say 10. Yes. And then here, we will go under 10. Probably like 4 or 5. Yeah, let's say 4. Make that good. All right. Now, next step is let's start back at our lowest one. We want to actually blur this. And same concept as before. This will be the biggest amount, like how we had the biggest width pixels here. We're going to make the blur also the biggest percentage. Probably around, I don't know, like 4, 4.5. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's even go, let's go 5.2. Let's see where that takes us. Next one, same thing. We'll blur it, but less. How about we say something like 3.2. This one, oh, not 100. That looks terrible. Oh. The guy just wants to click on it. Okay, it won't let me, so I'll go to about 1.9 for this. 2.3. Thank you. And next, how about we say like 1? Yeah, let's say 1 for this. All right. So next up is going to be my pieces. And for this, I think sometimes we get a better effect if we stay off the white document background. And to do that, if I go to File, Document Properties, it will allow me to adjust my document background. Sometimes I work with checkerboard. It's just easier to see like the elements and different segments cleaner. Like you can now see a lot of these. Or you can change the background color by clicking this here. And then this will pop up, so you can really just like adjust the type of color you're going for. And so we can get kind of crazy. Let's go like a nice pink with teal. Yeah, let's try it. All right, so I'll close that out, and the next thing here we will do is we will go back to our align and distribute menu, and by doing that we can now sort of bring these together. So let's center these on the vertical axis, and let's take this down, center them on the horizontal, and as I click that, you will now see them sort of come together. Alright, so the one thing I didn't do here relative to page was play with this one. Now you're going to have a few options. Alright, if we go, let's center that, horizontal and vertical, and you'll see I'm missing it now, right? And one of the issues I had here is that I did not play with my selections and layers. So I don't quite have it perfect when I bring it down, but if I do move this up, I can either move it up one step or raise it all the way to the top. So same thing, if I lower, I can move this behind everything or move it to the very bottom, but I'll go raise selection back to the top. You'll see it, and that's a pretty good look. You know, that looks not bad if you're going for kind of this color, this scheme. I think it works. Now the other thing we could do is if you actually make this brighter, let's say maybe a white. Ooh, actually let's do this. Let's make it like a really light version of that color palette we were playing with. And you start to lose it if you go a little deeper, but if you do the lightest version, that kind of shows pretty well. Other option, how about we try just a good old white. And as we do that, you'll see it kind of has probably the best pop out of the group. And so that's not bad. I like the look of that. I like it so much I could even just take a screenshot for the thumbnail. And so that's not bad. Let's try one last thing. I'm going to just move it back to checkerboard so you can see what that sort of looks like if we were to go this route. Yeah, not bad, not bad. How about we do one more screenshot, and whatever you see in the video, that's what we'll be using. Alright. Perfect. And alright, well that was showing you how to do a neon text effect and a little bit of the tools in Inkscape. Go ahead and like this video if you thought it was great. If you have questions, don't even hesitate, just reach out. I'll be doing a lot of cool content staged throughout this winter since I'll be hibernating a little bit. Go ahead and reach out if you need me to do something for you. Alright, thanks again. Take it easy, and until next time.